Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning to everybody out there. I hope you're having an absolutely great Monday. It is a beautiful day. Looking outside my window, seeing the sun. Was at the office all day, saw the sun all day too. Absolutely great day. I just had my dinner, and we are starting. Taevan takes on Final Fantasy. We're going to be playing a boatload of Final Fantasy games from Final Fantasy 1 through 16, as well as some side games. This is going to be a long-term project, but we're raising money for a hospital for sick children, or sick kids hospital in Toronto, Ontario. We've already raised $122 over $1,500 target. This is going to take a while, but that's okay. It's a big goal. It's about double what I've done for Extra Life and Sick Kids Hospital before, but I'm hoping we have a really good time doing it. Today we're going to be starting with the OG Final Fantasy 1 for NES. I have not played NES Final Fantasy in years. I've played randomizers, but I have not played the OG. So we are going to be jumping right into it because I'm not sure how this is going to go, but we're going to have some fun on this. I'm going to talk about a couple things just as we start here. So this is not a randomizer run. This is not a challenge run of any kind, really. It is starting. Hello, Johnny. It is starting with Final Fantasy 1. I am excited, as I say. So this is an FF1 run for NES, on an NES. It's been a while, but I've got my NES controller. We'll see how well my NES controller holds out. I have one spare one just in case, but I think we're going to be fine. I'm going to pick the jobs we're going to be playing for this. Hey, experiments. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome in. What happens on a game over? Wow, Johnny's just immediately jumps right into it, isn't he? So, easy way to say it is, my OG Final Fantasy 1 cartridge has a dubious battery. A very, very dubious battery. So I am playing on my EverDrive, so I shouldn't have to worry about crashes or anything like that. But crashes aside, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to show you guys something once I actually start. Where's my timer button here? All right. Let's go response rate 8, which I have to remember to do every single time. All right. So we have names. Let me get the link up here because we did have somebody that donated 4 names. I think it should be pretty straightforward. 1 second here. So game crashes, I'm not worried too much about. Because most of these are going to be playing on console. If it crashes, it crashes though. That's just life. Part of playing video games, really. All right, so our names are, and if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So we're going to be playing with a fighter named Jack. We're going to have a called Ash. What game is this? This is the OG Final Fantasy 1 for NES. Now I'm going to go with Red Mage just because Red Mage gives me a little bit more variety in here. How originy? I know, Johnny, right? But that's okay. I don't mind. The icons on the right. So that's pretty much just has to do with the layout. White Mage is neon. There's one icon for each game we're going to be playing. So, okay, sounds about right. All right, so let me really quickly jump through these. So all the icons, each one is a game. The list is, what's going on with my NES is having issues. That's okay. Oh, that's fine. So we have Final Fantasy 1 for NES, which is this game. Then there's going to be Final Fantasy 2 and 3 Pixel Remaster. Then there's going to be Final Fantasy Adventure for Game Boy, and then Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, and 3. So that's kind of like we have a 4-game Game Boy block. Then we've got FF4, that's going to be on the original SNES. Then Final Fantasy IV After Years 3D, that's going to be on Steam. FF5 and FF6 are going to be pixel remasters. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for SNES, so that's the top row. Then we have FF7 for the OG PlayStation. Crisis Core Reunion, that's going to be on PS5. Dirge of Cerberus on PS2. That's going to be interesting. I've never played it. Then we have FF8, FF9 for PS1. Then we have Final Fantasy X, X-2, and X-2 Last Mission. Those are going to be on PS5, the remaster version. Final Fantasy Tactics on PS1. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, that is, what is that, Game Boy Advance. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, which is a DS game. FF12 on the PS2. We're going to play the OG FF12 and not the Zodiac Age version. Then Revenant Wings for Final Fantasy 12. That's a DS game, which I've never played. Then what else we got here? Give me 1 second here. This thing's being kind of weird. There we go. That's better. So that's the second row. And the final row is Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13, all on PS3. Then there's going to be King's Tale for Final Fantasy 15, which is it was a prequel fighting game that was kind of like a pre-order bonus. I'm not entirely sure exactly how it was set up. But that I've got that on PS5, then FF15, 60 for PS5, then Type 0, World of Final Fantasy, Stranger of Paradise are the main ones. And then we've also got 2 incentive games currently. I'm going to explain why shortly. So one, if we reach $750 over the entire marathon, I will do a Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta run. I'm hoping I might actually be able to kind of target that based on some of the other ways I'm going to be putting money into this during the Fiesta, which takes place usually in July. And then if we get to $1,500, which is the goal by the end of the marathon, it's going to be FF7 Remake, Rebirth, and who knows how long this is going to take because I work a full-time job. Then if the third game is out by the time we get there, then we play that as well. So now Johnny had a really good question at the start. And that question was, what happens on a game over? So there's a couple things that are going to happen. And let me bring this up here. All right. So it's going to happen. You're willing it. Yeah, it is, aren't you? I can already tell what you're going to do. So this is the big board. So you may have noticed when going through all those games, there were 2 prominent. Oh, I'll be saving. Don't worry. I'll be saving. I'll be saving all the time. Especially in this one, it's going to be rough. But this is going to be runs over many, many weeks, many, many streams. Because I work a full-time job and I can't book like 6 months off to do all of this. Some games are obviously going to take a lot longer than others. Doing like Final Fantasy Legend 2 is going to take me like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours. Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 6, not one shot, but like 2 or 3 streams maybe. But there's a lot that's going on. So back to Johnny's question. What happens on a game over? Well, it kind of depends. So out of all those games, the 2 games that I did not mention that are really kind of obvious are Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 11, I would love to play through the story. It's on my list of things I want to do because I've got friends. Johnny, I don't know if you remember Ammo, but my friend Alex is just constantly like, oh man, you gotta play 11. Like the story's amazing. Certain games I don't want to play on stream, especially if it's really story heavy, where like I've never done it before. And 14, I'm like, I play 14 a lot. The last thing I'm going to do is do another MSQ run. It's just not happening. But I wanted to represent one of them at least somehow. 11 is fun. You need friends. 100%. Yeah. And it's like very likely when I play 11, I will play 11 with a friend of mine that plays it. He would be I think he'd have absolutely no issue leveling another character up alongside me. So we'll see. At some point, I'll probably get to that. I got other games I got to do too. Like on top of this streaming, I'm in the middle of Expedition 33. Then Doom comes out. Now is it next week or this week? I can't remember. I gotta play anyway. I'm gonna play the new Doom in my own time. I'm still playing Satisfactory. And God knows what's gonna come out over the summer. But I know it's not coming out over the summer. That's GTA 6, unfortunately. But yeah, so I wanted to represent at least one of those games. So I decided I was going to represent 14. And if you've played 14, you probably have a very vague idea of what this is already. So this is Thunderous Fails because it's absolutely not Wondrous Tales. Absolutely not Wondrous Tales. We have 16 fail conditions, which are on the left-hand side, and then icons on the right-hand side. So if StreamerBot did its job, that all of these should be randomized and it should work right. We'll see, because I spent way too much time on this. So we're going to walk through really quickly what these are. One is Wipe to Petrification. If we wipe to Petrification, we activate Tella, because Tella is on the same one. Next one is Not Enough GP for the Inn. So basically that means if I go to the inn to use the inn and save, and I don't have enough money, and I realize I don't have enough money, that's a fail. And that is Kate Sith from FF6. Next one is the final boss was Cast Gear 4. Which means I've failed at that point. And the third icon might be hard to understand. You'll only know it if you know it. And that is, it's the dragon's head on the lance ability from FF5 for the Dragoon. The ability that's crazy situational and mostly useless. But it has its own animation. Fourth one is what? Wipe to carry. Okay, so if we wipe to carry, we activate, well, that's the Elder from FF1. Next one is forgot to get a critical plot item. So this would be like if I get to the bottom of the marsh cave and I forget to grab the crown, and I leave and go, oh crap, I forgot to grab it. So as soon as I walk away from it, if I accidentally walk away from it, usually I would say if I leave the room, that counts. What's next? Wipe to Warmech. So this was actually an incentive challenge. So somebody donated, I think it was $10, which means I have to fight Warmech and win. So if I wipe to it, not only will I have burned a bunch of time, it's also a fail. What's next? I actually did 20 fails for each game, because each game has its own list. So I'm only getting 16 out of the 20, so I have no idea, and I don't know what order they are. What's next? Wipe in Ice Cave after getting the floater. So if I get the floater in the Ice Cave, and then a game over before I get out of the cave, that counts. Wait, Wipe to Lich. Wipe to Lich is less likely, because I'll probably be leveled enough for it. But he can still wreck you with like ice too. Wipe to Kraken. Probably going to be, that would have to be pretty unlucky, but not impossible. Next one. Forget that I can't use life or life 2 in combat. So yeah, you can't, in the OG game, you can't use life or life 2 in a fight. You can only use it outside of a battle. So if I try to cast life or life 2 because I forgot it doesn't work, that's a fail. Next is Wipe to Sorcerer Death Touch. That's, if this is going to happen, it's probably going to happen in Ice Cave. For point of reference, if one fail happens twice at the same time, so as an example, if I'm in the Ice Cave and I get the floater, and then I wipe to Sorcerer Death Touch, then I actually get 2. What's the next one? Accidentally sell or drop a good weapon or armor. So that's basically if I sell something, oh crap, I wasn't supposed to sell that. That's basically what that counts for. Next is wipe to wizards for the crown. So yeah, if I get to the bottom, marsh cave and then die. Next is wipe on the overworld. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So if I get a game over on the world map, that's all it is. Wipe to Tiamat. Okay, so we got all 4 fiends in here. So yeah, that would also suck. For point of reference, I will probably do floating castle, beat Tiamat, then leave, then save, then go back in and try to do Warbeck. I don't think I'm going to do both in one try. And the last one is forget to collect the Excalibur before going to Chaos Shrine. So if I get the adamant and then I go to Chaos Shrine before getting the Excalibur, that's what it counts. So yeah, they're all mapped to individual items here. So we've got Tela from FF4, Kisith from FF6, Dragonlance from 5, the Elder from 1, the Fat Chocobo from 4. Because once you get Pixel Remastered, there's no point for the Fat Chocobo at all. The next one is it's the boulder that kills Joseph in FF2. And then Virus from FF9, and then Pinello, just because it's Pinello. Then a Marlboro from FFT, the Behemoth from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Palmer, because it's just Palmer. 7-7 bar, which it better show up in my board for FF6. And then what's that? That's a Dead Bannon. And then the Moon Phases from the After Years. And then Judge from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. And then Triple Triad in general. Those are the 6 fails. The 16 fails. So the way this is going to work is every time I fail, I uncover that box. And then at the end of the game, depending on what has happened on the board, we get different things. So if you've played FF12 or FF14 and you've done Wondrous Jails, you kind of already know it's going to be coming here. So after 9 panels, so after 9 fails, I'll add a $5 BeamBeazle incentive to the list on the website for the donate. If I get 1 line, we're going to add FF1 Pixel Remaster to the list. It'll probably be probably after 3. If I get 2 lines, I'm doing the Pixel Remaster with random jobs. And if I get 3 lines, then I do Pixel Remaster with random job, but all of the jobs are the same. So if I roll White Mage, I get 4 White Mages, but it's just random. So that'll be fun, I think. That could be interesting. All right, so let's hide that off. So that's our Wondrous Fails, our Thunderous Fails. If we get to the end of the game without getting 9, it just carries over. So I'll get a new board. I'll keep the same icons that we were at, and then we'll move on from there. All right, so back to like actual game, because now we actually have to do something. So right off the bat, that transition is like pain. All right, rapier for Jack. I'm going to have to grind for a while too, from time to time. Pretty sure Jed can use a rapier. It's also, I don't remember what every class can use, which is kind of pain. Alrighty, chain for Jack. So I'm giving armor to the people in the front 2 rows. And then we'll get 1 spell for each of them. Oh my god, lady. Alright, the youngest cure, because of course. Then Jed will get... I guess we'll do fire. Yeah, that's the goal. There's a lot to do. Oh my god, lady. Oh, come on. For record, one of the fails that could have happened was entrance blocked by NPC. So that I would have immediately lost that. All right. I am going to gain 1 level before I do anything else. So this is speed 8, so this is going to be a long game. But for the next month or so, our schedule is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Friday in the evenings, this time slot, and then Sunday mornings around 10 until I need to go. My God, that menu. So how's everyone's day been going? Johnny, you mocked me with boba. So I want boba badly, even though I already had it. My boss just messaged me, you got it, yeah. And my boss just kind of like looked at me today and he's like, boba. I'm like, sure. Well, that reminds me I need to pay him. He's gonna get mad at me if I don't pay him. It looked pretty good though. It was funny because my boss, he's like sitting beside me and he's like, do you want like boba, or do you want like something like that you got, right? And I'm like, no boba. So I had to go in my backpack. I'm like, do I have my lactose pill? And he's like, you know, you can get like juice or something, right? I'm like, no. I'm like, if I'm getting boba, I'm getting boba. Like, give me a break. The one that I liked when I used to live downtown is they had like a really, really good grapefruit. It was like grapefruit green tea. Oh man, it was so good. Less calories because you're fat. Well, Johnny, you know, we make life choices. I'm fat because I like butter. Oh yeah, the tapioca is like, I think the tapioca is probably more than anything else. I like that I'm getting big packs. But yeah, I just had, I came home. So I came home and I was fighting with my NES. Thankfully, I won. And then my partner made like chicken breast rice and some kind of like sauteed veggies. You miss these days of grinding? I do and I don't. Like, oh, okay, well, I'll take a nap now. Like the best part will be like being on the water and getting like kazokis, and you'll just be like, oh man. Where all of a sudden, because when you're grinding for gold, you're like, oh my god, I got the one with the good gold. Flashing warning. I forgot that spells actually have flash. You know what's going to be absolutely terrifying though? Because I can tell you already. I already know what the terrifying part's going to be. It's buying 99 heal potions one at a time. Hey, 1 point. This is okay because we're also getting money. Yeah, the old-fashioned music just resetting, yeah. That's how you know it's real NES, right? Ooh, 62. Okay, that's a good health. 56. Okay. 54. That's not bad. I got 216. I need to keep 30. Calm down, jeez. I forgot that it screams at you anytime you do anything. All right, I'm gonna get Jed, Cure. So much walking. Oh my god, heals are 60. So there's a couple things that I've learned over the years. One is that like half the spells don't work. So like if you like temper doesn't work, there's like a million and one things that don't work. Temper fast works. Lock does the exact opposite. So like when I was young, I'd be like, oh, I have to grind in this area to get all the spells. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, wait a minute, no, I don't. Like I only need, like you only buy the spells that you actually need, that you're going to use constantly. So you don't end up having to grind nearly as much. Garland. One of the fails was wiping to Garland too. Alrighty, one turn. Oh, that kind of sucked. Hey. So the loot counts as forgetting a critical item. Even though you can come back later, it still counted. I had to get it there from, because then if I don't get it then, I'm never going to remember. So. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Out of the way, please. All right. And then I'm gonna get actually. He has fire. He has cure. I'm gonna get him lightning. Did I? It didn't say. Yeah, it didn't heal me. So that tent is my emergency tent, which I hope I don't have to use yet. But later on, we're going to use tents to like kind of make life a little bit easier. Oh God, it's Grimps. All right. Now we're actually playing the game. So when I was a kid, I would go to Matoya's cave and get the items in the treasure chest. And then go all the way back. Ooh, hello. Seem to be okay here. But nowadays I'm like, oh, well, I know I have to go back to Matoya's cave anyway. My God, that wolf. Oops. They should be able to kill it. Ow. Two, three, four. It has started. Yes, it has. Hey, Retro, how's it going? How's DQ3 treating you? This is going to be a long, long journey. I've been lurking a little bit, just kind of keeping an eye on it, because I don't mind being spoiled with a game like that, just because like I've already played, like it's basically hand in hand, right? So. Ooh, hello. I like the sound of you. See how fire does here. Although I think he'll probably die. Any reason why I chose... Okay, so that's a good question. Any reason why I chose the NES OG version? I have not played it in a long time. That's the main reason. And I've also been doing for the last little while. So people know that a lot of long weekends I go home to visit family. I have made it a habit of when I go home to visit family, I take my Steam Deck. And I go up there and I speed run FF1 using random characters every time I go visit. And I've still been doing that, so I've just kind of played Remaster too much, to be quite honest. Plus, I wanted to start with a, I don't know, I was going to say start with a bang, but it's not really starting with a bang. Alrighty. Plus, I've learned, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I've learned a lot over the years, especially watching the randomizer of like different ways of doing things. So I know Black Belt is better with no weapon once they get high enough level, which will be pretty soon. I think it's like around the late. But right off the bat, they don't do a whole heck of a lot. It's a little bit different in the Pixel Remaster, though. There. Okay, that was level up was okay. That one was not. That one was not. That one was not. All right, those are kind of trash. 465. All right, I cannot remember what spells are here. I'm pretty sure it's mostly junk. Oh, right, mute. We'll need mute later. Alrighty, ice is okay-ish. Slow is fine. Slow could actually save me in a few fights. Temper is trash because it doesn't work. Dark is pointless. Ice at least gives us another attack spell, so I can use some slots. It's not that great, but it's okay, I guess. You'd be level 999. Yeah, no kidding, yeah. You just grind it out. You enjoy your grinding. So I just need to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
So my why to help kids' health at KU Pediatrics is because of my cousin Teague. She has been battling cancer for a few years now, and she's 6, and I just can't wait till she becomes this amazing, incredible individual as an adult and has gone through that thanks to the support of people like you.
What are you doing?
Mom, go get my toy. What's that going on the block in the hallway?
That's your shade one. He even has like a...
All right, that's better. I've been having an issue where my eyes just randomly water. I'm on medication and it's helped, but it hasn't completely fixed everything. Tend to grind for spells and equipment when I reach a new area. I do that up to a point. There'll be some grinding now. Because now I have to grind level 3 spells. I have to grind for. Plus, it's also like you start doing like strategic use of treasure chests. 55-hour grind stream. Oh god, when I was a kid, it would be like that. Because a lot of what ends up happening, especially in this game, is you'll be like, oh, I need to grind for like this and this and this. And then you go to like the first dungeon, and then you're like, the treasure chest drop like 800, 900 gold. You're like, oh. So I'm going to do like a tiny mini grind here. Just so I'm near the land here. Come on, Kaizokus, please. Hello. And then once I save at the inn, oh no, it's a shark. Then I'm going to quickly go over to Dwarf Cave to grab those 2 treasure chests. You know what would be great if I could hit a shark? That would just like really fancy. Can I hit, please? Hello? Hey, good. Don't make me break out lightning. Ow. Hey. Actually, where am I for levels? 190. I remember when I was a kid, I would like literally just like sit here forever. See, that's better. Better than trying to hit it with a hammer. But yeah, if you want to see a grind, watch Retro play an RPG. It's like, but that sword has like 2 attack power higher. I'll sit here for like 2 days, just grinding away. Barely even worth fighting. Oops. But what I will probably do is I'm just going to skip straight to Elf Town weapons. Actually, no, I'm good here. One thing I also forgot, I should have mentioned it when Johnny and I were talking earlier, is a game over is what do I want to do here? No, that's fine. Game over is $5 for the charity. Every single game over. If we end up back at the title screen, it counts. So. Do. All right. This should be relatively good. It's okay for money, I guess. All right, we're 11. So we get this level up. Hopefully that gets us some actually a good level up. And then we will head off to the north. All right, no more spells. We're done. Good timing. All right, good level up. Pretty good level up. Pretty good level up. Pretty good. All right, that's not so bad. All right, we're gonna go grab some money real quick. I'm used to playing the randomizer where the ship like just flies. I don't want to have to deal with poison. Well, so much for that. Well, there goes all our money forever. Two ogres. Let's run. All right. On a side, remember last week I said I got a quote repair for your HVAC here for $2,000. Yeah. I made some calls today and get more quotes, and all of them were quoting me their repair at $1,100 to $1,300, waiting to hear back from the company I normally deal with. Yeah, I would be like, here are the quotes I got from these two other reputable companies. And then don't say, not even like, that's not even a conversation like, you know, can you give me a better offer? It's a, why is there such a huge discrepancy? Please explain to me why you want me to pay like twice as much. Just because I like stuff like that when they squirm about it a little bit. Yeah, I'd 100% get the quotes on paper. Just because I'm that kind of person. I've done that too. Like I've done that especially with like my phone plan. I'm like, excuse me, like, why are you telling me that I have to pay this? Sorry, I'm making you guys have to listen to them. Like, I have two party members screaming at the top of their lungs that they're poisoned. All right, so that's done. And now I have a little bit of money. I asked them to break it down for me, and they only separated to yeah. It's always just labor and materials. I say make them sweat. You can always tell them that, you know, if you don't give me an answer that satisfies my question, then I'll just like be leaving you and not coming back. But I mean, at least you found out, like you realize that there's an issue now, right? Like finding out, you know, when it's like 35 degrees outside is not the way you want to find out. All right, you get mute because you're my friend. We don't need sleep. Sorry, we don't need temper. Armor here is nothing that I really need. Well, actually, let me double check. Take the 5-minute walk all the way to the armor shop. Which is a bit warmer. Yeah, it's what's it like over there right now? Because it's like overnight, this last night was I would say like 6 or 7 degrees. I actually have the window open, which drives my partner crazy. But it doesn't really bother me all that much. All right, we're out of here. Well, okay, so the reason it drives my partner crazy is because at night here right now, it's like 6 Celsius. Oh my God, this fight. And my partner is from the Philippines and is used to like 30 degrees. Let's get rid of the eyeballs. This is a good sign. Oh, he is, yeah. We went to go visit my mom and dad for Easter, and it was actually kind of cold up there. He's getting used to it. But even this winter had some cold days. I want to get rid of this odd eye. I just want to kill one enemy. Oh my God, people. Please kill it. What is this game? I'll let Jed start taking them to Sahagan. Finally. They'd have more luck in roulette than killing that eye. Yeah. Pretty much. Unfortunately, there's one fail that can happen on the overworld. So if we wipe on the overworld, then that's going to be an interesting trip. Hey, there we go. That was definitely worth the 58 experience. Hey, take it easy, man. If you're streaming later tonight, I'll probably pop on. $45. Oh my God. We're just gonna burn our resources before we stay at the inn. And then I guess our next stop is Elfland. Can I please hit the right item? There we go. All right. Take it easy. So I still need to find a good grind spot that isn't too expensive, because I don't want to have to deal with poisoning, because peers are 75 gold. Oof. What, I can't cast fire out of combat? Alright. End time. Don't go down, thank you. I cannot believe this. There we go. Oh, a whole bunch of wolves. Excellent. Do, 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 do. Okay. So while we grind wolves, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the fundraiser. So we are raising money for Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. Near and dear to my heart, but I've been raising money for sick kids for 7 years, doing kind of charity streams and stuff like that. Last year I did it over one single day, and this year I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do it for the most of the year. So that's what this is. I'll be donating $5 every time I game over. I'll also be donating $10 every time I finish a game. All right, let's kill him now. If you go to !donate, you'll go to the donation page. There's a bunch of incentives on the right-hand side of the screen. There's stuff from deciding which soundtrack we use in some of the pixel remasters, as well as playing some of the extra DLC. There's some challenge incentives as well, like making it so I can't use the same job more than once in Final Fantasy 3, which I've actually done a few times, and I actually kind of enjoy that playthrough. There's also stuff like No Moogle Charm in FF6. All right, kill you. 198. Give me some ogres. I love ogres. These aren't ogres. I want these guys pretty much just attacking my top two characters, even actually preferably just Jack. Jack can take all the damage. Just tank everything. That is not what I want happening. Oh. Okay. Well, rip one character. All right, let's start burning actual resources here. Okay. All right, that's it. I mean, experience-wise, that was pretty good. All right, let's go see the cleric. See how much this is going to set us back. 200. Should probably just stay dead. How much is he in? 100, okay. All right, let's get Jack a saber. That's about it. All right, that should at least help him with some damage. Okay, copper is really not really that worth it because it doesn't do that much. Iron armor would be pretty good for Jed at least. Because we might end up depending on him quite a bit. Let's hold off. I'm going to save up and get fire too. How much is this anyway? I think it's like 1,500 or is it 1,000? 1,500. So, let's just abort this, and we'll come. But basically, I just want ogres right now. Can I run away? Running away would be great. All right, this is fine. Because I will be perfectly comfortable if I just like make more than 100 gold and then go use the inn and just make. All right, that's 300. All right, at least I almost made up my money for that. Back to the clinic. All right, we are currently net cash negative because of that. Do not poison me. All right, so goal is now level up enough. Yeah, we can take these. I need basically two level 3 slots. And probably the iron armor on Jack. And then just buy a crap ton of heal potions while I do my grind, so. Barely worth the time. Well, there's another 75 gold gone. And we're just going to leave him poisoned while we do this. Ignore Jack screaming in the corner. Oh my god. Will you stop switching these guys, please? Thank you. Can I get a fight that's worth fighting? God, ow. All right, there we go. There is something worth fighting. Better rolls, please. $10. Really, that's it? Just 10. At least that was cash flow positive. We'll buy that item. Alright, flip that back again. Where are we at for money? 1,543. Almost there. Nope. I'm also convinced that this game is kind of set up in a way that every enemy will get a chance to attack you before you try to run away most of the time. All right, that's not bad. So realistically, the main grind for me in this game is basically here. Because once you finish this grind, basically once you get the crown, you can pretty much brute force everything else. All right, Jed's getting fired too. Because once you have the crown, you can brute force Astos. And then you get all the way to the key. You get a bunch of resources for getting the key. You just have to run around and grab them. Ooh, hello. I still don't have fire 2 yet. One more level. I guess I can probably switch Ash out now. Can I get some good fire rolls? No, that's not it. Oh, sorry. Try to get these creeps out of the way. So this one, this one. Oh, wait, sorry. This one, this one. These creeps do a ton of damage. Oh, man. Okay. Nice. $500. I also need. Okay, what do I need? I need 2/10. All right. This again. I think we get a multiplier pretty soon too. All right, fire him. God, that's $300 gone. All right, Ogre, it's you and me. I can't get more of those. All right, back to the clinic. This guy's making his money today. Okay. 404. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta switch them out again. Nice. All right, let's see how his bare fists are now. Okay, I'm fine with this. Oof. bum, bum, bum. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. 338. There. All right, back to the grind again. Okay, I'll take this one. All right. So this is about as slow as I remembered it. My biggest concern about this playthrough is mostly just like the pacing. Although it gets quite a bit better later on. As soon as I can get... Honestly, it's once I clear this continent, it gets way, way better because I can go to Crescent Lake and I can grind at Crescent Lake. Because the enemies are pretty consistent there. And the inn is right there. Can I get fights worth fighting? Oh my god. Hey, there we go. So the ice damage is really, I don't know, like it feels like the randomness is like right over the spot because I'm getting like 20 and then I'm getting 60. Nice. Okay, I'll take this. Okay. It's actually getting kind of warm in here. It was a beautiful day here today, although I was stuck in the office the entire day. All right, she has hers. She has her level 3. He doesn't have his level 3 yet. That's not what I wanted. Just run away from the pack wolves, please. There we go. Hmm. I'm not pushing my luck. All right, we're going to quickly take a look because I can't remember what's for sale here. Cure 2, harm 2, a fire, and heal. So we'll probably get these two. But start with the fun stuff first. Because I'm going to start. I don't want to spend like 15 minutes just sitting at the item shop, just buying items. I'm going to space it out over a period of time. All right, so 1, 2, 3. I have to go buy some tents too before I go. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. Okay, we got 16. $21. So theoretically just one fight. Yep, that'll do it. Hey, there we go. We finally get a good roll. What is with the crits of the freaking creeps? All right. Done. We're safe. Okay, good level up. All right, we finally got level 1. Level 3, sorry. So at least now we're a little safer. because even if we just get a bunch of enemies like this, we can just fire to them. And as long as we're making 100 kill per fight, then at least we're making a profit. Assuming we can hit them. Alrighty, back we go. Preferably, I would love to get like 2 ogres or the ogre and 3 creeps. This will also do. Profit. At least we're like a little safer now. Okay, I'm not a fan of the ambush, but sure. There we go. All right, back down to second level 3, which is good. There we go. I mean, I'm not a fan of the back attack, but sure. All right, so we do. I meant that for neon. All right. Halfway to our next spell. I'm not dealing with that for that long because I'm still planning on being out here for a few minutes. That wasn't so bad. So once we have our next, our level 3 spell for White Mage, this is fine. I'm gonna nuke the crap out of them. Then we're gonna grab a couple tents, and we're gonna make a run for it. I don't know how well it's gonna go. It may mean that we end up like limping out of the dungeon. $868. We get a bunch of ogres, it would be fine. Hey. Mm-hmm. Can I get like, actually, I don't know if 2 ogres and creeps are an encounter or not. 2 ogres and some creeps would be really sweet. All right, I'll take that. My God, stop it with the crits against White Mage. All right, please. Yes. Oh, even better. Perfect fight. That's how we like it. All right, Cure 2. So Cure 2 is going to be used if we need a big heal, specifically in the wizard fight. So now I need basically more potions. It's not going to work well if I get one asp at a time. Relatively easy to measure though, because one asp is almost one potion. So I need more heals. I have like 16. I'd like to have like maybe like 30. I would like a couple more pures. And then at least 2 tenths. Nice. And I wouldn't mind getting... Oh my god. Stop critting the white mage. You know what? I'm going to use a cure too. Why not? I earned it. Oop. All right, 500. Yep, I like this. Good roll on the ogre. So what I may end up needing to do, actually, if I get the iron armor, I might need Jack to like limp out of the dungeon. God. He had one job. The job was don't get poisoned. Alrighty. So if we grind out this 500 experience, that should be enough. I mean, if we get fights that are worth fighting here. That's what I like. All right, more progress. Did I still have slots? I have one slot. I get a good roll on this. Nope. Probably get Jet a new weapon, actually. Nice. Another one. Once we get this level, we're going to go buy the tents because we have to go to a different town to buy these tents. Fortunately, they don't sell them here. All right, now we want the 3 creep with an ogre. Nope. Hey, nice. Exactly what we asked for. Almost. Kind of trash rolls, but okay. $85. Okay, that's fine. No. Come on, give me something good. Okay. All right. Actually, we're fine. Why waste an extra 100? All right, 110 to go in, 110 to come out. All right, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're back to potion shopping. I'd like a potion, please. Thank you. What else? I'd like a potion, please. Thanks. What else? I'd like a potion, please. $32. Okay, that should be fine. Hey, sweet. Hey, buddy. Just who I was thinking about. But I was thinking about, like, 6 of you. All right, well, here goes nothing. Really? Let's just start with an ambush. Run away, please. Ow. All right, corpse run. All right. All right, this is fine. All right, well, start. Oh no, amok. Run amok. Holy crap. Okay, so have I gotten a fight? I got one fight that wasn't an ambush. Two? All right, well, 3 is not terrible. I just realized I think I was supposed to have lightning too, not fire two. All right, let's cure to you. Ow. All right, that's one. All right, well. Nope. I can't remember which. Well, clearly not that one. These are the guys that can hit like a truck. There are items in here, most of which are not really that useful right now. I might come back later when I can just steamroll everything here. Move, Mr. Bat. Phew. Okay. We did it. All right. I'm going to take a really quick break and get myself a drink. I'm going to run some extra life ads about the charity. If you're interested in donating, you can always go !donate. There'll be a link in chat that will give you the webpage for the donation link. I'm just going to drop it in there actually myself. There we go. That one right there. All money goes directly to Sick Kids Toronto, Hospital for Sick Children. And I'll be back in a few minutes.
So my why to help kids' health at KU Pediatrics is because of my cousin Teague. She has been battling cancer for a few years now, and she's 6, and I just can't wait till she becomes this amazing, incredible individual as an adult and has gone through that thanks to the support of people like you.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting my glasses. Mom, go get my toys. What's that going on the book in the hallway?
That's your shade one. He even has like a beach wave in his hair.
I know. You are so freaking silly, dude.
My name is Sean Gorey. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I want to change kids' health in University Hospital's Rainbow Babies and Children's because I was treated there as a kid, and this is my way of giving back.
Kids can't wait.
So my why to help kids' health at KU Pediatrics is because of my cousin Teague. She has been battling cancer for a few years now, and she's 6, and I just can't wait till she becomes this amazing, incredible individual as an adult and has gone through that thanks to the support of people like you.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting my glasses. Mom, go get my toys. What's that going on the book in the hallway?
That's your shade one. He even has like a beach wave in his hair.
I know. You are so freaking silly, dude.
To the Extra Life community, thank you so much for helping kids like me treated at the IWK Health Center and TMN hospitals.
Since 2008, Extra Lifers have raised millions of dollars to help kids treated at 170 children's hospitals in the US and Canada. Those funds go directly to the hospital.
This is my 7th year, so about 7 years ago, he was like, "Oh, you should do this. The good cause, play games for 24 hours," and that's pretty much like the first time I ever streamed my entire life, and I was only doing it for Extra Life. But also, like, I've gone to Seattle Children's Hospital when I was in high school. When I did Extra Life, I chose to support Seattle Children's because of how great they are. They're really good for the kids.
Let's raise a lot of money for Blair Batson!
My favorite part of my children's hospital is the amazing staff that work there.
All right. I've refreshed my drink. We are good. We're only one body down. We lost Ash, unfortunately, to a hit from the wizard. But that means that we avoided some of the fails. Which is good, good, good. Oh, 1 second here. Oh, okay. I had a friend that wanted to donate. 1 second. There you go. Okay, so... Okay, sure. We'll just immediately get in fight with spiders. So, we now have to go res Ash. And then once we res Ash, we'll be able to go up to Astos. Assuming we don't get, like, murdered on the way. Really? Am I just gonna, like, get stunned to death? I'm gonna get stunned to death, aren't I? Oh! Alright, we got a... It looks like we got a $5 donation. Am I ever gonna get a turn on top of this $5 donation? Let's see. The bot didn't pick it up, but... Donations. Thank you, Kelvin, so much for the $5 donation. Said, good luck, Rob. That's me. And Kelvin chose the incentive Final Fantasy Legend 3 all Talon units. Okay, well, I mean, that's something that we can do. So when we play Final Fantasy Legend 3, we have to get every Talon unit. I'm literally just going to get stun locked to death, aren't I? He's going to whittle me down. Oh my gosh. For the record, this is why we use the tent. Thank you again, Calvin, for the $5 donation. That puts us $127. All the sick kids. I'm gonna wipe to a bunch of guys, aren't I? It's almost better to go to wipe than to run away now, because like the amount of money I'd have to spend to res everybody. I was already going to have to res Ash. Jack, you held out as long as you could. Jack party perished. Well, you know what that means. Let's go on over to the Thunderous Fails. All right, we got wipe on the overworld. Well, there's 0, there's 1. So we are 1 on our way. So this is what this is in here. Wipe on the overworld has been completed. Congratulations. It only took what, 2 hours and 11 minutes? So yeah, all right. All right, second time's the charm. Werewolves can poison. Oh man, this is a good fight. So if we had survived entirely and we didn't lose anybody, if Ash was still alive, I would have just used the house instead and just gone straight to Astos. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So now we're just going to zip right back up there again. We're going to go straight to Astos' castle. Nice. Ha ha ha. I am Astos, king of the Dark Elves. I have Matoya's crystal, and you shall give me that crown now. Now. Good night, Jack. All right, so what would have preferably happened was that mute to go off before the rub did. But this is okay because like we want to kind of get Ash caught up on experience a little. Wouldn't mind getting some crits though. Yeah, turn 1, rub, splat, dead Jack. All right, so let's do that. But now we're making progress because now we have the crystal and now we just have like a lot of running around to do. But we're going to make a boatload of money, which is good because we're going to need it. We're going to rapidly need it. I don't know if you noticed, Johnny, I got a first try crown. And I only lost, Ash was the only one who died. I also remembered that you need lit 2, not fire 2. So I used fire 2 and did like no damage. It was kind of lucky. I got really lucky on the way down. I'm going to save myself some money. And I'm going to go to Canaria because I like discounts on dead people. But we did get, we got a fail. I died on the overworld. I wiped to a bunch of geists that just paralyzed everybody and killed them all. All right, let's go to the clinic. Jack's been stewing in his own juices for a while. That. So next stop is get the crystal, get the herb, take the herb, get the key, clear out that castle, come back to Canaria, clear out Canaria Castle, and then I'm going to make a short trip to Chaos Shrine to clear out Chaos Shrine. Because the swords are basically useless, but they're worth money. And then once we have full access, then the grind begins. Really, one spider? You know what? I hate spiders. Arachnids I can deal with, but spiders, no. Spider won't die. Oh, and that was also a game over. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do my $5 donation. And I am not allowed to pick an incentive. I just have to give the $5. $5. Party wipe to Geists. 1. So I went down, and I'll end up clipping it. So I went down into Marsh Cave, got all the way to the bottom. I got 3 wizards, beat the wizards, but I lost my monk. And then when I came back out, I saved, and before I got out of the swamp, I got 4 Geists that paralyze you, and they paralyze the entire party and then just murder them all. So poor Jack was alive for like 2 minutes, just taking like 2 damage, 3 damage at a time until he died. Excuse me. I'll take this fight. Ash is starting to get multipliers too. Really? I got ambushed by 3 imps. Sure. And I will be getting harm 2. Because I can use harm 2 to fight a little bit. Because I can fight there's the setup encounters in Astos' castle. I can use fire 2 and harm 2 because they're like mummies. I'm just going to pick that up here while I'm here. All right, arm 2. The Mystic Key, all caps. I like how FF4 does kind of like a callback to this with the Damsian treasure chests. Silver hammer. Money. More money. Copper. So, hey Neon, I hope you like silver hammers because you're going to be using one for like the next like 3 hours. Yeah, you would. You would, wouldn't you? Bastards. Making me burn money on a pier. It's not even the pier that annoys me, it's that I have to change my party formation again. So we're going to do all the inner sea stuff. Can I run, please? No? Okay, I can't run today. So once I do all this inner sea stuff, we'll be able to go over to Crescent Lake. And then like actual grinding really begins because you get so much more money and a bunch of experience. You have to go to the inn like every time you do anything. Actually, I don't need to go here yet. But that's where we'll do our bit of a grind before we do Earth Cave. Because we'll be able to get some gear. Get a bunch of spells, bunch of levels. Nothing here. Oh man, I should have made a nothing here like a penalty. All right. I can't remember if I think they can use sabers. Yep. This is all junk. I'll sell all those. Oh, yeah. Armor. So it's funny that the menus in this game are so slow, but like when you're in a menu doing something, it's actually moderately fast. Sell neons, iron hammer. Yeah, I can sell this now. Oh god, this menu. All right, I'm gonna make a quick detour. It's going to take me a few minutes, but it's free money. And who doesn't like just meandering aimlessly around the world? Ooh, a mad pony. Kill it. So the chests on the right-hand side are open via the key. But they're protected by gargoyles. Now, theoretically, the rune sword and the other sword in here are supposed to have like special powers against certain types of enemies, but that's bugged and it doesn't work. Hey, look, paralysis again, but there's only one of you this time. So I basically just sell them for money. Just taking some damage here. Oh, sweet. This is kind of what I was hoping for. Oops. There we go. I might as well get the other ones. They're not really worth it, but they're not. Of course, I'm going to get like 7 enemies. Of course. Now, this group would absolutely murder you. If you got this encounter like as soon as you came in here, you'd just be dead. This cabin's worth it. Now, the good question is, should I go down Marsh Cave again? Hey, a hat. Hey, Neon, take this hat and like it. There, take your, like, 1 defense. Alright, now we go back to town again. Oh boy, a bunch of imps. I can't run away from 5 imps. I'm going to do my vendoring now. Sell the nice wooden shield. So, I mean, that was worth it for 11,000 GP. All right, back to the dwarf town. All right, we stopped for nobody except Kaizoku's. I'll take that. Punch. We do have some chests down here too. And then he just disappears. We don't really know where he went. Take the iron helmet. All right, so iron helmet, yes. Silver armor, yes. I don't think you can use iron. That would be a no. I don't think he can use the wooden hat. Nope, that'd also be a no. And let's see, status 28, 26, 33. We'll keep the dragon sword for now. Nope. Ciao. Hey, exactly who I wanted. Just again, I would rather have 5 or 6 of them. Alright, let's get rid of saber, silver. So we're going to do basically a bunch of shopping now. Jed gets lightning too, so he has both elements. Don't really need a fire. Don't really need heal either. A ice would be not bad because we could use that on Lich, but it's $4,000. But I kind of want it because I don't want to go down Lich and then get Ice 2'd and just murdered. Not that it matters because he'll cast Ice 2 before I can cast A ice. Ooh. You need both of these. We're going to start with Ice 2 though, because I'm going to come back here and get fast later. Helmet. Now I have a bunch of tents and cabins. Oops. I mean, sure. I mean, I'll take it. What am I going to do? Say no to this? This is going to pay for itself. Yeah, that paid for itself. Oh my god, Elf, get out of the way. So if you're enjoying the run and you like Final Fantasy and RPGs in general, feel free to drop a follow. I will be playing this game for the next forever. Elf. I mean, I could have said Elf. I don't know. I don't remember what I did 20 minutes ago, let alone like what I said 5 seconds ago. I'm getting old. But yeah, if you enjoy the content, feel free to drop a follow. If you want to donate, donating is great. Donating is not required though. The idea is being that, you know, I want to raise money for charity, but I'm also just want to replay these games. So we have a lot of games on the horizon. Like that entire screen full of characters worth of games. And this is just the start, although honestly, if I had to be completely honest, I think we're over the hump now. Because the hump is literally just getting the crown. Once you get the crown, life starts getting a little bit easier really quickly. Hey. Yep, that's good. So current stream schedule is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Friday evenings, about 5:30 Eastern, and then a weekend stream usually going to happen on Sunday, just because my partner's asleep and I have nothing better to do with my time. There's the power staff. Power staff we're not using. Falchion, I don't know if Falchion's better than the Saber. 21-26. Yeah, a little bit better. Okay, here's our, oh god, here it begins. Say Jed, you had one job. Fire 2 should take care of the rest of it here. Jack, stop falling asleep. Constantly just napping on the job. Oops. 2. Arm 2. Oof. Jack, don't fall. Don't die, please. I didn't plan for you dying. All right, well, that worked fine. It was some free experience, some extra money. Hey, Pie. What's shaking? Happy Monday. Hey, hey, hey. We are chugging along in Final Fantasy for the NES. Chugging very slowly. How are you doing? I was supposed to actually come out there. I was told that we were planning a trip out, and then my boss decided he was going to move instead. Because we were supposed to come visit, then he was going to move. But then he's like, I'm just going to move early. So he moved. So he moved to the West End. So now it's like, probably not going to come visit. But I want to come out. Or, actually, I should probably talk to you about the long weekend. Because I'm trying to find something to do with me and my partner. And I was like, oh, maybe we can go to like Oshawa. It's like, hey, you know what? Let's go. Let's go travel. Let's travel to like another metropolis. Oh, if you poison me, I swear to God. Okay. But yeah, we're both off for 3 days. So it's like, gotta find something to do. Because I can't walk a huge amount because of my back still. So I have a funny story. Actually, I want to tell this story. So, people that know me know that I've had a bit of a back problem the last little while. And I went yesterday to get an MRI. So that was the original plan. The plan was to do at the MRI. So I went, I had an appointment at one of the hospitals in my city. And it was the hospital that had the shortest wait time. And I'm like, sweet. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's done. Like, I'll 100% do that. So that was the original plan, was I'm just going to go out there and do this. Nothing here. How much money do I have? I have a boatload of money. So I get an Uber and go out there, not remembering that this is a Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna go in. So I get there and I go in the main entrance to the hospital and there's nobody there. Like literally nobody, like no living human. It's just dead silent. Nobody walking around, nobody in a wheelchair kind of chilling out, nothing, whole lot of nothing. So I go upstairs to where the information desk is. And there's one person working at the information desk. And I'm like, hey, I'm here for my MRI. And she's like, yeah, just go down to the elevator and then go down and then go to the end of the hall. I'm like, okay. So I go to the elevator and I actually see another person. And she's like, oh, I'm trying to get to the emergency room. I don't know how to get there. So I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure the emergency is like on the same floor as diagnostics. So I guess just follow me and, maybe we can find the signs. So we eventually found the signs, but she wandered off towards the ER emergency. And I'm walking down this hallway and there's literally nobody there. I walked across like the entire wing of the hospital. I did not see a single soul. It's just all like these white plaster walls, dead silent. All the doors are open and nobody is there. And I get to work today and I'm like, I was literally creeped out because I'm like, it felt like Silent Hill. Because it was just this, because it's an old hospital too. I forgot to mention, but I'm actually, there we go. I'm getting Jetfire 3. And then Neon we can't afford. We can't afford any of this, but that's fine because we don't need it right now. We're just planning ahead. So I get there, and I get there about, I would say I got there about 45 minutes early. Really? Not happening. So yeah, I get there about 45 minutes early. They do my intake. I get to intake, and I have to give her my info. And I'm like, oh, how are you today? Doesn't say a word. Doesn't even look up from her computer. Just completely ignores me. She just asks for my ID. Doesn't say a single word after that. I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to be one of these people. And then she's like, go down to like this waiting area so you can get your MRI. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I don't even get a chance to sit down. And just immediately, I'm going to use a cabin here because it's a long walk here. I'm going to run for now because my goal is to get to the town. So yeah, I get there. I don't even get a chance to sit down. And my name gets called. Like I'm still like half an hour before my appointment. And then I get changed. They do like the question like, do you have any metal in your body? And then she's like, do you know if you may have had an accident where you had metal shrapnel in your eyes? And I look at her, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I would know if I had that. And I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, I understand why she's asking me the question. Ash, don't die. Ash, you had one job and the job was to not die. Why couldn't Jack have died? Because he was poisoned. But I ended up being, so I was in and out before my appointment was even scheduled. Which is kind of sweet. Oh, I need to go over to the clinic. How much is this clinic? It's probably like 1,000. Oh, 400. That's better than I thought. And 200. Yeah. Well, and so that's where the sweet part ends. Because then I had to get home. And it was a enormous nightmare getting home. And I felt so bad for my Uber driver because we were parked. I live in Toronto and we were parked on Lakeshore for 45 minutes. I don't think we moved in 45 minutes. And I felt so bad. But in a way I was like, well, I'm like, you accepted my Uber. Like, you knew what you were getting. All right, I'm starting to do my prep work for Earth Cave, which basically is going to consist of buying lots of items and leveling up outside this town. So it was even worse than that. So I guess there was something going on the weekend, so Lakeshore was closed by the exhibition grounds. But they don't warn you. There's a sign like 400, like not even, maybe like 200 meters away from where it's closed, saying, oh, it's closed. And the only way you can go is into the road that goes straight into the exhibition grounds, which is a dead end. Or you can go north on Jameson. I think it's Jameson. Or you can take the ramp and go down on the Gardner. Right, that's all. Those are the only three ways you can go. to go on Jameson or to go on the Gardner, you have to take the left-hand turn lane. The other one, you take the straight lane. The problem is the ramp just up the road that goes directly onto the Gardner is closed for some reason. I don't know why. So everybody that wants to get on the Gardner has to turn left to go down onto the ramp, right? So you have to do like, I don't, if you've ever been to that intersection, it's literally like, it's not even a 90, it's like a 120-degree turn. You almost turn around and then you immediately have to go down the ramp on the right-hand side. So you have everybody on Lakeshore, everybody that's getting dumped onto Lakeshore, and everybody that wants to get on, everybody needs to get on the Gardner because no one's going to the X. They all have to use the same one left-hand turn lane to turn left to go down onto the ramp. And it was just a wall of traffic. And it's not even a priority light because 99% of the time, all the traffic just goes down Lakeshore, right? But Lakeshore is closed and they didn't change the timing on the light. So the light is like 80% of the time it's red, 20% of the time it's green, but there's no traffic on Lakeshore. So there's no reason to have a green light lasting 80% of the time because there's no cars there. It was the dumbest thing in the world. And my poor Uber driver is just like not grinding his teeth, but might as well have been. So this is the part of the game where we realize that they really should have made it by default where you could buy more than one item at a time. And if you play the randomizer actually just adds that capability. So it's like, why wasn't it in the original game? Like, I know they were in a rush to release it, but who doesn't like buying 99 potions one at a time? But the goal is, when we go into the Earth Cave, I want to make it as foolproof as possible. Which means I need a ton of heal potions, a bunch of piers. I think I need to go back to Elfland to buy soft potions. And I need I would say I'd probably take 10 of them, which is 8,000 gold. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. But the entire Uber ride was $40, $45 or something like that. I gave him a massive tip because it took an hour and a half to get home. And I'm like, the dude lost so much money taking my ride. I'm not gonna be that guy that's hey, here's a $2 tip on a 45-minute ride. Now over an hour and a half ride for a $45 ride. I'm not doing that. I would feel dirty if I did that to somebody. All right, this is our life for I don't know, 8 or 9 levels. But the thing is, for these fights now, I make enough money that all I have to do is just fight once and then just go to the inn. And I'll still be making a big profit. Especially if you get fights like this. However, I don't want to get crit. If I get crit by a giant, it's a big pain. So I just got 1,400 gold. It costs 200 to go to the inn. So this is how I make my money for quite a while. And it's pretty good experience while you're here. And most of the fights are okay-ish. Pede is probably the easiest, although they hit like a truck. They also poison you. Could really use a crit though. Nice. This is why we want like big encounters with lots of guys, because I can use the level 2 spells, just wipe them all out. Single enemies aren't, like, it's still productive, we still make money, but just not to the same extent. This is kind of trash. Crow was hurt. I don't know if this is going to be really profitable. Oops, almost dropped my controller. If it's not raining Saturday, you're having a barbecue with friends at our place? Okay, he'll be home in about an hour. I need to double check to see if he's working his overnight job Saturday night, because usually he does, but I don't know if he's working because of the long weekend or not. But I would be up for that because I don't have any plans on Saturday. I'll talk to him. Actually, I'm gonna probably wrap up stream. God, more cobras. Yeah, I'll talk to him and I'll give you a poke when I know what's going on. Hey, trolls, sweet. All right, do that. Final call will be Wednesday based on the weather. Yeah, the weather's looking pretty good for the most part, but I think it's supposed to rain one of the days on the weekend. But I mean, it's not like our weather is predictable this time of year. I mean, that's basically my entire job right now, is not knowing what the weather is going to be like. But it's supposed to feel like 30 degrees on Friday. But it's supposed to be like chance of thunderstorms. So it'll either be 30 or 3. Yeah, I'll take this. This is probably not a good idea, but I'll do it anyway. These scorpions can hit like a truck. My arm's starting to hurt. I'm not used to using like an old-fashioned NES controller. All right, still profitable. Where are we at here? We're still level 8, 700. Ugh. 300. 32. I'm mostly hoping Jed gets a level 4 soon. Can I get a fight worth fighting? Oh my gosh. Go over here. I would like four centipedes would be sweet. One giant. Better than nothing. I also want Ash to start getting some actual levels so you can get some multipliers. Because damage sucks right now. He did not. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I don't want Ash dying. Oh, nice crit. For 2. Oh yeah, I can't cast yeah. Alright. What do we have for spells? I still have 2. I need 1 good encounter. That's a good encounter. I'll take that. How? I'm just gonna keep bruising. Good. Alright, clean up this fight. Alright. What do we got? We got 65 heals, 20 pures. Alright, buy some pures. I would much prefer doing this vendor like a little bit at a time instead of like spending 15 minutes just buying items and just killing my thumb. So do it just a little at a time. Alright, I'll buy some normal gears now. I'll go until I've got like 2,500. That should be enough. And then I still need to save up and go buy some softs. I'll buy some softs at the very end. So I'll go back to Elfland, buy the softs, and then go to Melmond, and then go to Earth Cave after that. $86, that's good. Because that way if I get a treasure chest, I still have space. All right, and we're going to wrap it up for today. That's a pretty good, a little over 3 hours. I think that's reasonable. All right, let's just set that up. All right, thank you everybody for popping on today. Kelvin, thank you for the $5 donation. We got one game over, so that was $5 from me. And we got one thunderous fail because apparently they like to devour me. The dice do. So let me take a quick look around here. All right. All right, we're gonna go raid Retro. Retro is playing DQ3 Remake. I will be back tomorrow about 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Warning, tomorrow's gonna be a grind stream. But hopefully I have some fun stories that we can talk about while I'm grinding. So anyway, thank you everyone for popping by tonight. Thanks again for the donations. If you're enjoying the content, feel free to hit the follow button down below. If you're interested in giving donation to Sick Kids Hospital, there is also the Extra Life panel at the bottom of the stream to make a donation. All the money goes directly to Sick Kids. I will be back tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, I will be back on Friday because I need 2 days to finish Expedition 33. That's the reason. Have a great night, guys. Let's go say hi to Retro. Take it easy. Bye.